favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 3 carries. Item 4, approve previous meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item number 4.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 4 carries. There are no drainage claims today. Item 6, receive and place on file full-time employment of Chad Barr, Planning and Zoning Administrator, starting March 20th, 2017, starting salary of $62,500 per recommendation of Amy Porter, Human Resources and Risk Management Director.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we act on item number 6.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any comments or questions on this?
Just that Chad's coming from, I believe, Missouri. Nick and I and a couple people from the Planning and Zoning Board met with him, did an interview. He was very impressive on his interview. I believe he'll make a good addition to Webster County and be a great planning and zoning officer.
Okay, sounds like he's going to be a really good
Yes.
for us. So, any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 6 carries. Item 7, receive and place on file full-time employment of Catalina Perry to the Treasurer's Office, starting date of February 27, 2017, at a starting rate of $13.20 per hour, as recommended by Jan Messerly, Webster County Treasurer.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 7.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any comments or questions on this? Jan, any?
Jan Messerly, Webster County Treasurer. Catalina is coming from Iowa Central, and she has a lot of professionalism with her. She's got office and customer service and language skills that will be really beneficial to the county. She does speak Spanish as well as English, and we really need that down in the office. So yeah, we're really enjoy having her come with us.
Okay, very good. Are there any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 7 carries. Item 8, receive and place on file employment status change from part-time to full-time jailer for Dale Johnson, as recommended by Steve Ellifritz, Jail Administrator.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item number 8.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 8 carries. Item 9, receive and place on file employment of Linda Carty, part-time cook in the jail, starting February 21st, 2017, at a starting rate of $12 per hour, as recommended by Steve Ellifritz, Jail Administrator.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we act on item number 9.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 9 carries. Item 10, receive and place on file annual update for manure management plan for MAC South / MAC East, Section 30, Township 87, Range 30, Roland Township.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 10.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions on this?
Yeah, that's just one of Dallas Thomas's sites, and on the schedule, he said that he's made no changes to his management plan.
Okay. Any other questions on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 10 carries. Item 11, receive and place on file resignation of Chris O'Brien, Sheriff Deputy, effective February 27, 2017.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to receive and place on file the resignation of Chris O'Brien, Sheriff Deputy.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion- Item 11 carries. Item 12, approve resolution supporting the funding of Iowa Natural Resources and Outdoor Recreation Trust Fund through an increase of 3/8% of the Iowa sales tax and authorized chair to sign.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we act on item number 12.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Matt?
Good morning, everyone. Matt Cosgrove, Conservation Director. The Conservation Board is asking you to support this resolution along, they approved this at their last board meeting. There's a number of city mayors and other board supervisors that are supporting this trust fund, funding of this trust fund that was actually approved by the citizens in 2010 when they voted for it. So a long history of it is 2006. The governor and legislature realized that there was not adequate funding for natural resources, their state park system, all the things that Iowans treasure. And they put together a sustainable funding advisory committee at that time to look at what were other states doing to fund their natural resource programs, along with the fishing and hunting dollars that they bring in. So they basically went through this year-long process, a real diverse committee of a lot of different groups, a lot of conservation groups, farm-oriented groups, Soybean Association, Farm Bureau, lots of different partners came to the table, spent a year looking at all these different funding vehicles and systems that states had used, and they came to the conclusion that they needed roughly $150 million annually just to start addressing some of our water quality issues, our soil conservation issues, those sorts of things, along with our park infrastructure needs. So they basically came to the conclusion that that's the route they needed to go. That was about 3/8 of a cent at that time of Iowa's revenue on their sales tax revenue. So they approved this process. They ran it to the legislature. It went in 2008 and 2009. It was approved by 2 different sessions of the legislature at roughly 90%, or over 90%. And then it went to a vote of the citizens in 2010, of which it was approved at 63%. Since that time, so that was 2010, here we are in 2017 with no money in the Natural Resource Trust Fund. So there's been attempts to do this. If you remember a couple years ago, the gas tax was passed, so that was 10 cents per gallon that was approved. This is 3/8 of 1 cent for sales tax revenue. So this is an opportunity for us to start to address natural resource needs with sustainable, protected, constitutionally protected funding that has been already approved by the citizens. It now just takes a vote of the legislature to approve that 3/8 of a cent increase to fund this. So hopefully in the next week or 2, you're going to see a bill come out, now that they're done with the collective bargaining controversy of last week's work, start to see some bills come out on this, which hopefully is coupled with some tax relief. So if there's an increase of 3/8 of a cent, there is some sort of relief to that tax, so it's kind of like a neutral, tax neutral process is what they're trying to accomplish here. So I've got a handful of storyboards here that kind of show the process, but the way the funding breaks down on this is roughly 7% of it would go to lake restoration projects. So a handful of years ago, they came up with a process to look at Iowa's lakes and categorize them and really prioritize the work that needed to be done on Iowa's lakes for improvements. 10% would go towards trails, which also includes trail maintenance money, which doesn't exist in Iowa right now. It basically falls on the back of local city and county governments to take care of that stuff. 13% would fund REAP fully, so since 1989 when that was approved, it has never been fully funded. This automatically fully funds REAP, which we as a county automatically receive about $20,000 a year with the current appropriation. So that number would increase. 13% for local conservation partnerships program, which county conservation boards fall into. 14% for watershed protection, 20% for soil conservation and water protection. Those are typically on private property, since Iowa is 47th in the nation in public land. That money can be spent, up to 60% of this money can be spent on private land for soil and water conservation, and 23% on natural resources, which is usually administered through the Department of Natural Resources. So I guess the reason we're asking for you this, obviously the public approved this in 2010 with no funding in it. It will be direct benefit to your constituents through the natural resources protection and improvements that it provides in the county. Roughly half of Iowa's waterways don't meet minimum standards. This is an opportunity, without lawsuits, to start putting protected money toward funding Iowa's natural resources. So if you've recreated in Minnesota, in Missouri, those sort of places, they've had this program for quite some time. So with that, I could go on all day if you'd like, but I know you have other business to attend to.
It's a good update. It just doesn't make a lot of sense that everybody's approved it and they've just not done it for 7 years. But with that said, do you have a copy of the resolution?
I do.
Would you love to read it so I don't have to?
Sure. Here in this file.
That's 13 pages.
No, it is one page.
It's short, actually.
A resolution supporting the funding of Iowa's natural resources and outdoor recreation trust fund through an increase of 3/8 cent of Iowa sales tax. Whereas roughly half of Iowa's rivers, lakes, and streams fail to meet water quality standards, and whereas less than 10% of Iowa's wetlands, natural spaces that help prevent flooding and provide wildlife habitat remain amounting to a loss of 5 million acres of wetlands. And whereas over the last 2 decades, Iowa has lost more than 1.6 million acres of habitat suitable for pheasants and other small game. And whereas Iowa loses an average of 5 tons per acre of soil, our major economic engine, each year to erosion. And whereas natural resource protection and ecotourism are important to our rural economy, helping attract and retain a skilled workforce and contributing to our unique quality of life. Whereas 66% of Iowans support a revenue enhancement to fill the trust fund that was created by the voters in 2010. Now therefore be it resolved by the Webster County Board of Supervisors, we must fund the Natural Resource and Outdoor Recreation Trust Fund to enhance water quality, protect agricultural soils, and improve fish and wildlife habitat, as well as support recreational opportunities provided by Iowa's parks, trails, and wild places. Asked and approved this day, 2017.
Thank you. Are there any questions from that on this? Any questions from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, yeah, it's roll call, sorry about that.
Pinkla, aye.
Campbell, aye.
Leffler, aye.
Vote aye.
Resolution passes. Thank you,
Thank
Matt.
you. I wouldn't mind getting a picture if you guys wouldn't
Yep.
mind afterward.
No, thanks. Item 13, approve and authorize secondary road permit to purchase a 2012 Total Patcher T7500 from Mid-Country Machinery for $53,500.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 13.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Been moved and seconded. Randy?
I can give a background on this quickly. Since 1995, the road department has owned and operated an asphalt patching machine, and it mixes chips with the oil, and then it places it in potholes and large cracks and so forth, and it's kind of in fix, and it's a good thing to be doing. The city of Fort Dodge and several other government agencies have these machines. And we do purchase the oil from the city of Fort Dodge. They have invested in a tank, holding tank that's heated, and we buy from them with a little surcharge, and then we buy the chips from Fort Dodge Martin area. Our machine, which is 1995, basically is beyond repair, and Mid-Country has a 2012 machine with 2 hours for sale in the amount of $53,500 without warranty. The engine is a John Deere engine, but it doesn't have any of the current special emissions. And obviously, Mid-Country is the servicing dealer. County employees have inspected the machine, and they were impressed and satisfied with its features. And a new 2017 machine costs $72,050. And we normally start using this machine late April or into May, and I recommend that we purchase the machine from Mid-Country.
All right, any questions or comments?
I had the opportunity to go out and take a look at this machine, and I compliment Randy for saving the county about $20,000 on this purchase. So
Very good. Anything else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 13 carries. Item 14, adopt resolution updating weight limit embargoes on bridges.
Mr. Chairman, I move item number 14.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. Randy?
Okay, I have the resolution. I guess I could read it, but quickly it would be that the changes are that we've had recent inspections, and we have 6 posted bridges had their postings lowered. 1 bridge not previously posted is newly posted. The good news would be that, I would hope to replace 10 posted bridges in fiscal year 18. I can read the resolution if you like. Whereas the board of supervisors is empowered under authority of code sections 321, 236, 321, 255, and 321, 471, and 321, 473 to prohibit operation of vehicles or impose limitations as to the weight thereof on designated highways or highway structures under their jurisdiction, whereas the Webster County engineer has caused to be completed the structural inventory and appraisal of certain bridges in accordance with the National Bridge Inspection Standards. It has been determined that they are inadequate for 2 lane roads at the allowable stresses. Whereas the Webster County Board of Supervisors approved a list of bridges with vehicle and load limits on November 29th, 2016, and said list needs to be updated due to recent bridge inspections and replacements. Therefore, be resolved that the Board of Supervisors that the vehicle and load limits signs be erected advising of the permissible maximum weights thereon for the 44 bridges listed in attached Exhibit A dated February 21st, 2017. This resolution be in effect when the signs have been erected.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments for Randy on this resolution? Seeing none, roll call.
Pinkla, aye.
Campbell, aye.
Lester, aye.
Golden, aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is citizens an opportunity to address the board with items not on the agenda. Anybody have a burning desire to talk to me? All right. Board of Supervisors Committee reports. Nothing this week either.
Last Friday, I had the opportunity to go down to the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention. And one of the issues they have down there is they've got 20 beds down there that they're attempting to get licensed. They're gonna try addressing the legislators this year, they're gonna attempt to do so. The reasoning behind that is sometimes their facility gets a little full, and therefore they end up having to send some of our people to different locations, which is gonna eventually cost the taxpayers of Webster County more money, and the other people who are part of the commission down there. So the idea is to get those beds licensed and try to save the taxpayers some money by not having to transport them all over the state of Iowa and surrounding states if it becomes necessary. Other than that, I don't have anything else to pass on.
Thank you. With that, I need a motion to allow claims.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Claims are approved. We are now going to recess until 11 o'clock for a drainage hearing. Thank you very much.